你好, welcome to Chinese Begin. In this lesson, we will learn radicals of Chinese characters. In this lesson, you will learn what are radicals of Chinese characters and the relationship of strokes, components, and characters, and the difference between components and radicals. Okay, let's begin. First, let's look at what are radicals in Chinese. In last lesson, we have learned that in pictophonetic characters, the meaning indicators are called 形旁, semantic elements, literally mean shapes that, and the sound indicators are called 声旁, phonetic elements, literally means sound set. And associative compounds are composed of two or more simple characters. The two or more simple characters also act as semantic elements in associative compounds. In Chinese characters, elements in general are called 偏旁 radicals, literally means side. Then, let's look at the relationship between strokes, components, and characters. We have learned that strokes are the basic units of components, and components are the basic units of Chinese characters. There are also different levels of components. Some can be further divided into smaller components or strokes, while others cannot. So, there are four kinds of relationship of strokes, components, and characters in general. First, when a character has only one component, the stroke of it can equal the component and equals the character itself. For example, the two symbol characters E1 and E2, both of them have one stroke, and they are both a character component and a simple character. Second, when the character has only one component, the strokes of this character can also lessen than its component, and the component can equal the character itself. For example, the characters 人, person, and 口, mouth. The character 人, person has two strokes. And the character 口 has three strokes. However, they are both a character component and a simple character. When the character has more than one component, its strokes can equal its component but lessen than the character. For example, the two characters 就 and 从. In the character 就, which means second hand, the stroke 竖 vertical is both a stroke and a component, but it can't act as a character. And in the character 从 thicket, the stroke 横 horizontal under this character is both a stroke and a component, but it's just one part of the character 从. When a character has more than one component, its strokes can lessen than its components, and its components lessen than the character itself. For example, the character 培, which means train, cultivate, has three components: 土, 力, 口. And every component has more than two strokes, but there are three parts of the character 培. Next, let's look at the difference between components and radicals. We have learned Chinese characters' components are called 部件, literally means parts. Components and radicals are units between whole characters and strokes. Sometimes, in a character, one component is also a radical. For example, the two characters 村, village, and 河 river. In the character 村 village, the left radical equals the semantic element 木, and the right radical equals the phonetic element 寸. Both of them are also two components of this whole character 村 village. In the character 河, which means river, the left radical equals thematic element, the radical of water, and the right radical equals the phonetic element 可. Both of them are also two components of the whole character 河 river. However, unlike radicals, which either indicate a meaning or a sound, component is simply just a building block of a character. In the end, let's have a review. In this lesson, we have learned what are radicals of Chinese character. In Chinese characters, elements in general are called 偏旁 radicals, literally means side. And we learned the relationship of strokes, components, and characters. Then, we learned the difference between components and radicals. Unlike radicals, which either indicate a meaning or a sound, component is simply just a building block of a character. Okay, that's all we have learned today. In next lesson, we will learn some common radicals of Chinese characters. 再见, see you next time.